just welcome one and all. Yeah, we are again having a bit of technical difficulty. So if I'm lagging, I'll apologise now. But as always, got Tans and Damien back with us. Hopefully, Ty's going to jump in and possibly. But before we get into it, how are we?
Yeah, hard to have a bad weekend after that Warriors result, right?
Yeah, I had my moko for the night. Well, both of them.
Nice.
And my son came over, actually. He came and watched some of the footy with me, and my grandson told me he was like, "Nan, you're too loud." So I had to rein it in a bit.
It's hard to be quiet during that game.
Yeah, fuck yeah, bro. I was actually, I had a good weekend. I went to Boulder's place, watched the game there, and just the boys. Like I'd said to Damien before we went allowed. And had we got those 4 tries, I would have been closer to my 60 points that I'd predicted. But hey, is what it is. There's always this coming week.
Yeah.
But before we get into it, actually, I don't have the prediction scores. So what I don't know if it was Nick or Ty that had posted it on the Facebook. So whoever was the closest, I think I had a quick squiz at something from the round table, and it looked like Nick was the closest to it. Oh, here we go. Let's post these, eh?
Was it Nick or was it Ty?
I know Ty was like 2 points off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kia ora, Nala Linsing. How's it, bro? If he's still in the Middle East. And the border's changed. I can't see who the name is. Kia ora.
Sorensen.
If you zoom in for tonight, or just come on. Sure.
So
sorry. I was going to lead with the 6 agains and the penalty count, because an interesting little thing came up on my reviews. So first half there was 8 6 agains. We got 4 each. All right. The second half there was only 1 6 again, and that went to the Knights. We didn't get any 6 agains in the second half.
Wow.
First half the penalty count went to us, 7 to us. Yeah. We had 7 penalties. Second half we had 4 penalties go to us and 2 to them. So it was kind of when I look at the 6 agains, and there's a lot of controversy over like how the Warriors, but how the game's evolving and how it's changing. And does the NRL need to critique the rules again? Because it's and they've critiqued it so the attacking team is always going to have the advantage. But it's just interesting. It's interesting how it's kind of panned out.
I was just saying to Damien before we went live, I actually I'm like, is there a conspiracy? Like, because we as Warriors fans know that we, for a long time, a lot of years, we got the shit end of the stick, and now we're getting all these calls. And to be honest, I actually felt sorry for, especially when Fletcher Hunt got sent, and I can hear Tyson Frizzell going up, approaching the ref, and he's like, I'm sure he said something like, we're not playing bad, but your penalties, it's a bit much now. Even the Knights coach said to them, it's being over officiated.
Yeah, but even the ref, I thought the ref was being quite fair as well.
Yeah. I suppose it's just abnormal for us, but man, And I just wanted to also bring up
I'm hoping this legging hasn't killed it. No, sorry, Tons, Karen.
No, I just wanted to mention the RTS news about him possibly re-signing with the Sydney club, and he's looking for a 2-year deal.
Yeah.
Would you, if you were, a part of the club, would you look at re-signing him for another year, or use all goods to just be like, you've served your purpose, you've done us proud, catch up kind of thing?
Personally, I'd probably be keen to offer him another contract, but I'd probably be taking it 1 year at a time.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
I think he's still got a lot to offer. It's
Yeah.
just how's he going to be in another year's time? The pros just getting older. And we've got some good young wingers coming through the systems, and we're recruiting some good wingers. So he's not as essential as what he maybe was a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some players
I'd
age
like to
like
see
a
him hang
fine wine,
around. Just for the experience.
Yeah, that's one thing that's very key. If he does happen to go, we need to replace that experience somewhere else, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Kia ora tai.
Yeah.
Kia ora tai.
Yeah.
Kia ora, kia ora.
Oh,
Kia ora, everyone.
How was your weekend, bro?
Ty, we're legging issue, bro. So hopefully it's not too bad.
Well, one of us is having an issue.
Thanks for letting me know. True.
Yeah, reckon, eh?
My weekend's going good. Went good, sorry, obviously, with the game. Man, how good does it feel to ride this roller coaster? Such a great roller coaster.
Out, mate.
Hope it never comes down.
Currently sitting first spot, so that's the prime seat for the roller coaster.
Because I just wanted to go back to what you said, Leo, about the 6 agains, or the penalty count, actually. And because there's going to come a game where all those calls are going to be against us probably, and I'm assuming it might be sooner rather than later with us having 2 away games after this week's game against the Tigers. We've got 2 huge games, which is against the Sharks and then the Storm at home at Amy Park. Now, not just us, but many teams find it difficult to beat the Storm there. So I am anticipating us having or not having the rub of the green in some games that we play. But all I can say is that our discipline is freaking unbelievable.
Yeah, absolutely. The and right from the so when Morgan Gannon got the nod and makes his debut and gets knocked out. Just like, oh, bro. I felt sorry for him, bro. Yeah, it's like, damn.
He's got a big history of concussion too, which is concerning.
Yeah, he's because I just wanted to see him settle in and just kind of get a feel for it, because it probably would have been the perfect game for him to jump in as well. It's not an elite team, it's one of the lesser teams, but still competitive enough to feel your way around.
Sure.
Cool. So what have we covered so far? So obviously we covered the game. What else have we covered so far?
We just talked about some 6, like the new 6 again rule, and the penalties. One that I have an issue with, just speaking on that, is some refs are, when you go up to contest the ball, right? Some refs are pulling up, they're saying 2 hands, 2 arms, but then in other games, and some refs are okay with 1 hand, but then other refs are not okay with just 1 hand. It has to be 2 hands. So there needs to be some consistency around that. Otherwise, I think it's just going to be a bit frustrating, and not for fans. I mean, it's for players, because that rule just doesn't seem to be getting officiated properly or fairly, should I say.
Consistently.
Yeah. Do we know actually what the ruling is there? Because I can't remember which game I was watching when someone did go out with 1 hand and they said they can't do that. You have to kind of go out with 2, and I was like, oh shucks. But does anyone know actually the ruling?
I think it is 2 hands, I was saying, but I think because when I watched, I think it might have been the Cowboys game, Ty. I think it might have been Murray. I can't remember who it was, but play went up to contest, only had one arm up, and he got penalised for that. But I mean, we had Laban go up last week with one arm, or it might have been this game, knocked it backwards and nothing. So I think the refs have to sort that shit out, otherwise it could cause serious problems later on in the season. But yeah. And also shout out to Luke Hansen on his debut. What did you guys think?
Great debut. Really solid in defence.
Got a try assist.
Right on the, right at the end. And such a selfless act from Tane to do what he done. But I will say this: he looked like he fucked it up and he passed it back because he only got it just in front of the post, and it's just like, really, bro? But I'm glad he got it. But it kind of highlighted. But lucky it highlighted the connection with the New South Wales Cup boys. Those boys that are in the top team, they're tight, man. They're always kind of looking after each other. And for Tane to be like just the presence of mind to see him there and flick it to him, he didn't have to, but I was just like, that was cool.
I thought that was a pretty special moment too. And when Barney was coming on and Fish and Clark were coming off, Clark gave him a hug and I'm sure he kissed him on the cheek. Clark gave and Clark gives him a kiss, a kiss on the cheek and a hug. I was like, bro, that's beautiful, man. Like it just shows how much
bit of man love.
Yeah, exactly. Not too staunch to give the bro a kiss and a hug and be like, love you.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Another player I want to talk about is Tane Tuaupiki, bro.
He's the man.
Yeah,
absolutely, man.
And obviously there's a few selection headaches for Webby and the team. One being the fullback position, the other being the halves. And then obviously this forward rotation now that Ford's starting to do really well. So I think it's it's always such a good position to be in compared to previous years when we're like, do we have anyone that can come and fill this position? So to know that we have some people that are right there, could be in other teams the main position, but they're having to fight for positions. I just want to go back to Luke Hansen. One thing I wanted to say is that I thought he looked looked great. Like first game, you don't want to expect much from people. You just want to see them do their role properly. On defense, he was great. And then got that try assist and also a try. One thing I did notice, and this is just I guess part of the when you're obviously going up at a level, was like you could see his timing was like still trying to like, when do I give it? I think it's because obviously you're playing in or around. It's a faster speed compared to New South Wales Cup, so you could see he was just trying to like a few times where he didn't know when to like kind of run or give it. And I think it was just kind of get that timing right. But I think if he had more time to kind of settle in that position and actually have more time at NRL, I think he'll figure it out. But obviously we've got Metcalf to come back, Chanel probably next week. It's going to probably be a while until he gets another shot, unless there's injuries that are there. So I thought he did well too. I thought he did really well.
I think
might as well show us where's while he can, while he's got the opportunity.
I think having Tuaupiki there at fullback too was probably a big bonus for Hansen on his debut, because he's got his fullback there that he's played a huge amount of New South Wales Cup games with. So I think it was probably good timing. But headache, man, for far out. I mean, because Muddis is back now. So who drops out of the team list tomorrow? Because obviously I think I think the list will be the same, but Gannon will be out. So I think Muddis could start, Laban. So someone's going to drop out, and I don't know who, but someone out of our four will drop out anyway.
Marata had a good game, but I was also thinking he was showing his wares to his new club. The whole where he's going next year. So why not? Why not show them what they're going to be getting? Kind of thing. But he did have a good game. He had a real good game.
And I kind of suspect because even Pompey was out, right? So Pompey probably goes back to a centre position. Just thinking out loud. That means Lecker may go back to the bench. I don't know how long is Capewell out? Do we know how long he's out?
Round 6.
Don't even know.
Round
Dude.
6.
Round 6, so there's a bit of time. Yeah, so maybe Licker goes back to the bench or he starts at second row. So yeah, and then there's Chance. Like there's so many players still to kind of come back, and Chanel. That it's gonna be interesting to see what the team is like this week.
Because you see,
I guess
I'll
the
tell
benefit
you
of
what,
having a
though,
6-man bench, right?
Yeah, it's a huge advantage. So when the Knights scored that first, they scored like in the first 3 minutes, and it was just like, okay, these guys are kind of up for it. But to be fair, the first 10 minutes of their first half, the momentum was definitely with them.
I thought so. Yeah.
They were building, and they were building nicely. But the boys were just absorbing it too. Like Warriors teams of the past would generally fold if the pressure was consistent, if it just stayed there. Whereas the boys are just like on defense, they're holding their line, they're backing each other. It's almost like they're not that they're waiting, because obviously you don't wait on the defensive line, but they're just backing each other. And it was, but Newcastle were on us. They were definitely on us, but the boys just absorbed it. And then Aaron scores his first try. First try as a Warrior in the 2 years he's been with us. It was just
That was a slick pass, man.
Oh yeah, heck yeah.
And I know there's only 2 halfbacks on the team, but shit, man, we've got our props playing like freaking halfbacks. Like I'm wondering if it's a new game plan from Webby. I mean, when we had the the Maoris versus the Indigenous Australians or Aboriginals, sorry, you see Fish in that lock. So I'm wondering, and it's really paid dividends, right? Because you see him on the weekend, he's doing a lot of ball playing, quite a bit of ball playing. So is it a new thing, you reckon? Do you think it's a new form of attack for us, that we're starting to see our forwards have a bit of range? Yeah, a bit of range, like we be just saying, okay, like we want you to do a bit of ball playing to give us more avenues of attack, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Tans.
Yeah,
I would say that in some sense, I think it's been building for a while too. If we go back last year, but the year before, I think we were operating in some similar sense where we gave the forwards a bit more, I guess, freedom to move their ball. But I think just the way that we're playing this year, like even I know, shout out to the Waahs Up team. He broke down that try that Aaron went through, but just even the whole shape looks so awesome. Like just Tanner and like how people are standing out, but just even the way that Tanner approached the right person and everyone was just running the right kind of space. Like in order to have those kind of beautiful tries, is everyone doing their piece and everyone running where they're supposed to run. And then you can see how easy it looks when it's applied right. So I think I personally think, to your point, Tanya, I think there's a little bit of like, hey, we trust you guys. If you see it, have a go. I feel like that's definitely there, probably a bit more than other years. But I think it's kind of been building, in my opinion. I think they've been building to more players, more our 8s and our props and our 13 actually having that ball in their hand.
Yeah, because when we scored those tries, part of me is thinking, and it might just be because it's been so foreign and we're not used to it as Warriors fans, but I was like, were the Knights just shit, or were our guys just on like with the set plays? Because those tries were soft, man. Like Jacko's try, Aaron's try, they just waltzed in a massive gap.
The Licker try was the same.
Yeah, it was just like, wow.
Yep.
But
I think both, bro. I think we're doing really well, and I think the Knights. Well, obviously they didn't have Ponga and Brown playing, and even Sharp.
Yeah.
Like even watching their game over in Vegas, I was like, get the right team, you might have lost that one. So I think you're right on both. We're doing well, and I think they're not as great as they were in the standings.
Well, just going back to like them missing their key. I mean, they were huge out. Ponga, Brown, Sharp, huge. I mean, that's their spine pretty much. But I mean, and then I saw people saying, Warriors, they've got Metcalf. Obviously Barney came back. No CHT, no CNK. And I'm like, shit, man, how freaking awesome are we that we've got our starting 5'8", you know, like the Dalium who was leading last year, Luke Metz, and our fullback all down with injury, Capewell, another one, and we just have this stacked roster that just come in and absolutely kill it.
There's a real next man up mentality going on with the Warriors at the moment. It's just so much depth, which is great to see.
I don't think any other club in the comp has got that kind of depth. Not anyone. Broncos, I don't care. Broncos, even Panthers, Storm. I think, you know, they're great teams, but I think when it comes to the Warriors, we've got the best depth.
You take the starting halfback out of most teams are going to struggle. You know, so for the Warriors to be doing as well as what they are, it's amazing. I would never have predicted that we would be so dominant in our first 3 games this season. I was hoping that we'd, you know, be competitive until Luke Metcalf returns, but we're more than competitive. We are thrashing teams at the moment.
Well, I think on our first live that we done this year, I'm sure I said, oh, you know, I'm really concerned with Mets out. Like, if we can win 4 of our first, you know, our first buys in round 10, if we can win at least 4 of those, well, fuck, man. We've already won 3.
Yeah.
You know, and then we've got the Tigers this week who have lost, you know, and Dewey, Jerome Luai, my God. And do you know what? They don't even have halves to take their places. Latu Whainu, as I just mentioned before, he's just in rehab for his shoulder reconstruction. And I think I saw something on Facebook where the only other option they might have is a guy that played Origin for the under-19s, New South Wales. And I'm like, bro, so and that just speaks volumes as us as a club, the signings we've made, the depth that we've got in our pathway system, New South Wales, Jersey Flegg, Harold Matts, all that, you know, just how well drilled they are. Kia ora, Jazz, kia ora, and Jacko and Jose, I think I saw you in there too.
I was going to say, they do have an option. He might be a little bit old, but the coach.
I'm sure he's looking around for his boots.
He might have to, right?
He's trying to figure out what box he packed them in, you know? Where is his boots?
Where's those 2005 grand final boots?
Oh, yeah. And to be fair, Webby's been saying that, been talking about that next man up mentality since 2023. But it's finally coming to fruition. The whole, it's actually starting to grow, and the boys are showing what it means to be the next man up, to step straight into their breach, and it's seamless. It's seamless, these guys coming on board.
Totally.
Scary, actually.
Like a couple of times there, and was it, I don't know, Dom Young charging down the side. Our cover defence, boys. Like, come on, man.
And Tane was the only one in front of him.
Dom Young's hoofing down the side. Like, Tane Toyapika's fucking, I don't know, half his size. Like, you know, and then you see Demi actually sprinting from, you know, like, he just, and Leka came across, I was like, now that is a thing of beauty, man, when you can cover defence like that, when you're, you know, 20 metres out, but you get there and you take him out. I mean, and I think that happened a couple of times. Marjou was another one when in the first half when they, you know, they shifted really quickly and took him out. So, yeah, man, just exciting times. Defensively, I think we're I'm just mind-blown. I think I've watched that game 3 times.
Marjou's rocks and diamonds away. There's times where he's on, and then even in Saturday night's game, just trying to push the pass or drops it cold, and it's just like, brah. But when he's on, he's awesome, and he's a terrorizer, and he's a real handful. But Saturday night, the boys kept him on a tight leash. Big Fish was hunting for a try, bro, before he scored. He got held up twice.
That was fantastic, man. That was. I still have no words to explain how freaking fantastic. I mean, you got a prop who's, I don't know, 6 foot something, 100, whatever he is, over 100 kgs, and he's just running like a fullback or a winger, you know, in support, gets it, and then just slams it over. I was like, has he gone up a level, you think, this year? Because I think he looks amazing, man. fish.
Oh, there was a lot of mongrel Saturday night.
Yeah.
He was hunting. He was hunting on defense. But yeah, no, I'd agree with you on that one, Tons.
Yeah, and it's just he last year I'd say probably not his best footy even coming from the Panthers and all that, but I think he's just there's a consistency to him. Like there's always going to play tough, going to play going to be in there. But I think to your point, Tons, like having him continue to chase that play, because I'm sure any other prop would have been, go my half, with the ball back around somewhere. Surely Dane will catch him and be there. He was, he actually saw that and took off with him. So it's really good to see.
Yeah, bro.
And one thing I want to say too, we talked about the energy and the intention that in the first 2 weeks, and it definitely continued into this. But you can just tell there's a confidence in the team. And it comes with the results, but again, I think this is Webby and they're doing right. I feel like they've, to that point you talked about times around the ball playing with the forwards. Even just, I know we're up a bit, but even Dalen to chuck their ball to Tane at that moment, didn't have to.
Even
just this confidence. There's a confidence within this team that when you've got a culture that breeds it and everyone's buying into it, things happen. And I would say this too. 3 weeks ago, if we were talking about this depth, even with it, I was like, I don't know if we're that deep. But see, when we start winning like this and start seeing stuff, I'm like, there's a bit of recency bias that we kind of look at things and change our opinions. But I think for even myself as a fan, I'm seeing a bit of a different side to the team where maybe all we lacked was just a bit of confidence to actually be ourselves. And I think that's what we've seen this last 3 weeks.
Confidence is huge.
Yeah, absolutely. And the boys are just backing each other. Right? I remember hearing last year, because all the New South Wales boys that were playing for the top team, they were always happy to go back to the reserve grade, back to the New South Wales Cup team. So even that mentality to be, because obviously everyone wants to play in the top team. Everyone wants to play in the NRL, but our reserve grade was such that if they got bumped from the bench back to reserve grade, it's like, man, all good, because they're going back to a really healthy, staunch environment anyway. And it's like, and even that mix alone, it's just like, bro, you've actually got to, and I mean across the grades, we've got really, really strong teams. But when our prems and our reserves, when our top NRL side and the New South Wales Cup team, they can almost merge as one. The sort of confidence they're bringing. Oh, we got a visitor. Where is he?
Oh, good.
Kia ora.
Morena e te whana.
Morena.
Yes.
I reckon. Parakuhi, bro.
Parakuhi. Right. How's it, bro?
No.
So,
good, my bro.
Is Barney going to come off the bench for the next couple of rounds, you reckon? I know Webby did say press conference that, he's going to integrate him slowly. So I'm assuming Ford will still start, Barney and Fish, and Barney come off the bench, yeah?
Yeah, how could you drop Ford right now? The guy's
Can't drop Ford, bro.
You can't. Yeah,
you can't.
He
as loyal as the bro is.
Jacko's earned it.
Leading the Dally M's 3 weeks in a row. He's on 17 points now.
17 points now. Still leading the Dally M's.
Yeah, that's amazing. And it's a
yeah.
It's like, whoa. Yeah, good on him.
He's running wing numbers.
Yeah, man. And all out front, Fish, Clark, Barney, and Barney only played 30-something minutes, I think. Fish played 40-something, and Clark, they all ran over 100 metres.
Quality minutes.
100 metres. New Korero, he just dropped short. I think he ran like 95. Our defence was up to 90%. Our completion was 87. So we've gone up again. First week, 83, 86, now 87. And it just shows in the outcome,
Yeah. I love that when Barney came on and then takes the first hit up, straight from the kickoff, it's like, that's the one, bro. Straight in there. Oh, yeah, he was hanging out. Yeah. And just smashing them on defense as well. Barney was hunting, bro. The wolf pack was out, hunting them down. And just sticking it to them. Just good to see.
In regards to our halves, because, I think this is going to be a talking point, and it is. It's all over my socials anyway. they asked Webby about it in the press conference. Tanner Boyd, right? What do we do with him? I was thinking about this, and I was like, man, you've got to have Boyd and Metz, right? But then it dawned on me, I was like, hold up, CHT is probably one of, if not the best defensive 5'8" in the comp, and he's also a left foot kicker. You know, Metz and Boyd are both right foot kickers. So I don't know. Like, I thought Boyd, and he's been solid defensively, but far out, man. You can't possibly drop him. Like, you just can't, man. And I think, Ty, you pointed out in our group chat that, you know, it's logic, right? Like, what do you do? Because he's always been a staunch, you know, loyal to his first grade players.
I'm in the camp of seeing, obviously, Boyd stay and Metcalf come in, because I think the conversation really relies around who goes. If CHT in there, does he go to bench and maybe take Healy's spot? And then the other conversation that ties into this is who's the fullback, right? Because if Tane does get a chance there, then does CNK become a person on that bench as well? So the way I would have it, I would start Tane, I would have Tanner, and I would have Metcalf, then either a CNK or CHT on the bench in place of Healy. But that's me speaking. I think what will happen is Chance will go to the fullback. I do think he will keep Tanner and go potentially for Metcalf. But yeah, I think Tane will only get there because of injury, but I like him as a player. I want to see him there. And I think, to me, I know you talked about the left foot and right foot, which can be very helpful. But I think if you got two guys with strong boots, if you got both right foot, you're both on for me, because it means we got both sides we can get out of this. So they both got good boots. Tanner's showing probably maybe there's one or two kicks a game where it doesn't go where it needs to be, but for the most part, it goes deep, it goes long, it goes exactly where it needs to be. And just kind of the X factor that Metcalf has, man, like he can break open a game if he's given a hole, or if he takes his spot. And that's nothing against CHT. I just think there's something with them that if both of them can actually build the chemistry, and I'm meaning Metcalf and Boyd, I think they could be so dynamite.
So do I, bro. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that, man? A running Lukey Metz off a Tanner Boyd, fucking getting put. Oh man, it's
Tane sniffing around the right.
It's scary. I've always been a staunch CNK supporter. Like, he'd always be my first choice fullback and then I just watched the game. I was like, it's like he lifts the speed of the game coming out the back. Like, we look faster when he's on the field, and no disrespect to Seth, because I love him. He's one of my favorite players, but yeah, man, like, we do look quicker.
I was just thinking, when was the last time we had two Australians like at halfback standoff?
Brett Seymour, James Maloney, would it be?
Actually, that could be
Yeah. I was thinking, that's a long time between drinks. But yeah, no, I've got no problem with that. Especially the style, the way they play. It's like, bring it on.
The other really good point of this is that we're in no rush to get Metcalf back. We can wait until he is 100%. And then I'd like to see him play a little bit of cup just to get up to speed, get that confidence back in the tank. We're not waiting. Oh, how many weeks is it now? How many weeks? We need him back now. No, bro, you take your time.
Yeah, we've rushed players back before, and it's turned out not good.
Not good.
I mean, round 6, far out.
Yeah, I'm with you, Damien.
From the game, did you guys see the Red Bull momentum tracker? And it was an interesting little
That's
graph.
awesome, mate.
Yeah. But when it came up, it had so obviously we were the green line, but it had two green dots into the second half, like around the 60-80 minute mark. I was thinking, are they predicting us that we're going to score them?
They mentioned it last week
because I was looking at it like, Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's an interesting.
Apparently, it's all done through AI.
Wow.
It does.
Tizewell,
that one he can give us a rundown how it works.
Oh, there you go.
I don't fully know how their tracker ones work. Probably need to do my own research on it. But I find it so funny where you know how you got the commentator's curse, where someone goes for the kick and they're like, he's been
Yeah.
Every time the commentator comments on the AI tracker and like, look, someone's going to score, it always goes the opposite. So it's a new curse, is what I'm kind of phrasing it as.
Yeah.
There was a shocking one on the weekend where they said something on the lines of like, what can Newcastle's defense do now? And literally, I think Ford scored. I think Ford scored from the pass from Barney. It was like, bro, just shut up.
It just went from bad to worse, but when you're under pressure, you just do dumb shit like Dane Gagai, bro. Like, why'd you do that? Like, and we're Warriors fans. We know, like, far out, man. I think that's why I felt sorry for them, because I was just like, bro, I know how you feel. Like, I know how you guys feel, and I actually did feel bad. Shock. I think I'm getting soft in my old age, but yeah, man.
Sorry, I was just going to add. So none of them mentioned in the comments were waiting for Storm game danger. Yeah, bro. But the way the boys are playing, I'm looking forward to these really hard games.
The challenge.
The Panthers, the Storm, the Broncos. Even though the Broncos are wherever they are, they're the games that I'm looking forward to, because we're aiming up, and if we're aiming up, we might as well aim for the top.
I agree.
So
absolutely,
those top teams are the teams that the boys are hunting for.
Panthers.
It's going to be good prep.
Panthers.
Yeah. Bro.
I actually think we're in a great position to win those games now, and I've even thought to myself, when we can beat the Storm, when we beat them, that's when I know we're ready for a grand final. When we beat the Storm, we're ready for a grand final.
Yeah, can't get to grand final without beating them.
Yeah, and and you always say it, in order to beat the best, you got to play the best, and I totally agree. I'm actually gutted that Jerome and Doya are out for this week's game, because they looked hot as fuck in round 1, or round 2, sorry, when they had their first game. But then, I mean, they did have a lot of calls go their way. But the Melbourne game is like 3 games away, right? But I'm going to back the boys in on this one. I just think we're just looking too solid in every. That's getting ahead of myself, though. But seeing as you brought it up, Nayland, I just
It's hard. It's hard not to get ahead of yourself, but I think definitely Webby and Fish, when you hear them talk, it's always one game at a time. I think Fish has brought that whole Penrith mentality of like it's literally one set at a time with that guy, man. Like, you can't get much out of him other than the next set.
Who's that? Sorry,
Fish.
Fish. Oh, yeah. When he talks, it's like
he was. I think he was. I mean, obviously Ford is just doing amazing things, but I thought Fish was probably, apart from Tanner, was probably the best on the field, to be honest. Just his running game, man, like all the tries he was trying to score. I was like, calm down, like
trying to
score like a winger or something. But I was just like, hey, I'm all for it, man. I'm here for it. I just want to get to Jazz's comment. Kick chasers most elite when Kate Ware and Rocco are on the field at the same time. It's like a comp for them to see who can get there first. It seems to lift out a bit on the chase as well. Yeah, I agree, Jazz. I actually, in regards to kick chase, I think it's dipped on the right side a bit. Rocco was I thought he was the best kick chaser in the comp when he was fit. And Kate Ware's good at it too. So I think probably that's the only, I'd like to see Ali chase a bit faster, maybe.
I think for me too, it's just good. I know, again, there is reason for kicking it to the corners and keeping it there, but just having someone like Tanner that can actually get it behind them. Usually we're kicking it right to them, but he's got it behind, and then they're having to kind of scramble to try and get out. It's so good to see. So that's been a unique difference, I think, from last year. I just felt like kick to the corner, keep him here, where we're seeing better kicking, and that's been amazing.
deep, yeah, force, and even man, just so much to be excited about. Jakey Laban, God, that boy can tackle. He's a great defender, man. Like, I don't think he gets enough, and I mentioned it last week. I don't think he gets enough. Enough reps. Yeah, because I think he's fantastic at defending. If you just, and it was Ash that actually pointed it out during the trials. He just said about the Warriors' tackle technique overall, but Laban's just really stood out for me, even game one and on the weekend. I mean, he forced that error when he tackled Jermaine McEwen. I didn't even see him drop the ball, but yeah, man, I just, like just the growth exponential from last year.
Speaking of tackling, I did notice Tain Tuopiki's all ball wrap around Dom Young when he came over, and Dom could have just ran straight over him, but he just all that wrestling practice.
He committed to it, bro. He definitely committed to it. He held his ground. It's like and then the troops, we scrambled well. Like Tain had just done enough for the troops to come in and finish him off. But like someone twice your size running at you, bro, it's like, man, he stood his ground. That was mean. That was mean, bro.
Yep. And
just next question. Is it with sorry, Todd. Is it with keeping Healy as backup 9 and having CHT come in as a lock? Good question.
I've said in previous ones I'd like to see CHT have a bit of go lock. However, I'm a bit changed on that opinion now, given that it looks like obviously Clark's starting there. Then it looks like Vaimonga comes in for a little bit in that pace. I don't know if Barney was kind of playing in the middle a little bit too. So I'm like, if those guys are there, I don't mind them actually kind of taking on in that lock position. But I do think CHT's got enough to kind of play in that if he did have a go. We were just talking about one thing I wanted to bring up is that we're talking about the Dom Young getting, I guess, through, and then Tain. How interesting though, because obviously those balls were chucked over the top, and then we had wingers crunching in, and now we're seeing a bit of a difference, right? Where we're actually shutting early, it's getting to that winger, but we're actually getting a bit more time to get over. So that's what I'm noticing, is that we are still crunching in a little bit, and I don't know if we're making the wrong decision, but we're giving ourselves time to get over. I think that's what I'm starting to see as a shift. Where we saw last year straight over, straight trying to corner.
True that.
Because it has. I mean, that right side looks really good, right? Like I'm not imagining it. Like it just looks tighter. Something's happening there, and I know we did say that Dal worked on his defense big time on the off season, and I mean, game one, I think Ali was it? Yeah, I mean, was it the first game against Roosters? Anyway. But he's come back. Yeah, it was game one, but he's come back game 2 and 3, and it just, Ty, I agree. It's either the shifting or something, but yeah. And I think it's that maybe the whole right edge is aware of it, so they're all, making up the numbers, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and I think part of it's to do with positioning, and that's not to say CNK was ever out every fullback's always out sometimes, but there's something about Tain's positioning. So even if it does get over, he's coming across, and I think Tanner Boyd was one of them, if I remember correctly, that was chasing across too. Like they're giving themselves enough time to recover. Is kind of what I feel is the bigger difference. So yeah, we're only seeing 3 games of it, so we'll see when we play some more harder opposition. But yeah, just noticing that little tweak is helping.
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
Because I don't think we've had to scramble. I'm just trying to think. Have we the first 3 games? I don't think we've even had to scramble much, because we're so tough from the get-go. Like we're making it hard for other teams to make meters, which is fantastic. I love to see that. I love to see us closing down the field where a team can only make, 30, 40 meters, and then having to kick from there. But just fantastic.
I just saw some news on the bloke that tackled Tanner Boyd's leg. He's
Trey Mooney.
Trey Mooney's banned. He's banned for a few games or something. Is that right?
Yep. He has caught suspension.
I mean, it didn't look good.
Super coach team too.
Not good for us fantasy players, but
Trey Mooney.
But he did apologise to him, mate. Well, we went up to him twice and just said, "Look, sorry, bro. And that second one, he'd already been given his marching orders. So it's just like, yeah.
I'd apologize too if I didn't use my arms and just use my leg. You know, I'd be apologizing for dumbass tackle technique.
Yeah, better than us, right? So I mean, I remember far out Marata. Shit, I was actually concerned. I was like, oh man, this guy's good for a penalty or a sin bin, high shot, something. Nah, he was really tidy, and he ran some really. He had some really hearty runs too. So yeah, really impressed.
He was punching the line. He was going for it.
He actually looks bigger. I'm like, God, what, is this guy put on a few kgs? Like maybe it's because we haven't seen him for a while, but yeah,
haven't seen him in ages.
Yeah, he looked really good. I thought he was solid.
He's out the door, I would probably imagine, right? I see
I would say so
about him signing, but yeah, it's not looking good for him as a Warriors player.
No.
Yeah,
that's all right, right?
And even that's motivation for if I'm out the door, I might as well just
100%.
Yeah,
you know,
you want to look good for your next buyer.
Yeah,
but then that filters into to the Labans and to the Leckers, and because now they know, oh well, this guy's moving on. Catewell could, who knows, he could stay, he could, so yeah, the likes of our young ones are like, man, this is my opportunity to be a starter, and a mainstay in the club, and hopefully they're around for a lot of years, which I'm assuming, well, they are, because we've signed them long term anyway. Laban, Lecker, Demi, Tane now as well. So you can really tell that the clubs, the club just knows, and we haven't seen our club like this in fucking forever.
Yeah.
We've got pathways over in Aussie. We got, the talent.
We've never had a club like this.
No.
We've never had a club like this in this situation. With the pathways and everything, and the performances on the field, and the players wanting to come and play for us.
I think New South Wales Cup is probably the team that I look at.
The probably only closest time.
What's that, bro?
Oh, sorry. I think I'm lagging over here. My apologies, team.
No.
I was just going to say
you're right.
The closest thing I think to us being would have been probably I think it was the 2011 when we made the grand finals and most grades and all of that. It's probably the last time that we looked good in terms of the whole club. But there's just something about this where it's not just like having all old fellas running around. It's like we've got a transition happening at the same time. It's happening perfectly enough where we've got there's a lot of New South Wales Cup boys in the team, and that's what I'm proud of watching this team. It's not just it's there's a lot of people that have been upgraded to the main team and doing really well. And I think that's what's cool as a fan, is that we're seeing a transition, and these guys take the mantle when some of these guys kind of naturally fall off or go to other clubs. So yeah, that's cool to see.
Because I know,
and they don't look out of place. They've settled right in, bro.
I actually want to go back to the meters with our forwards, especially forward again killing it over 200 meters. But Ty, do you remember that live we did? I think it's a couple of years ago now. And Ford, and you'll remember this because you're the one that brought it up, when Ford only ran 70 meters.
I don't remember the specific one, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of videos of me going against.
You guys remember that when Ty mentioned, he was like, there was a game, I don't know who it was against, but Ty actually mentioned in our live, and he was like, far out, man. When you got, your middles or you're just only running 70 meters, what are you hoping to accomplish, kind of thing? And now
I think there probably would have been a few fans calling for, and me included, actually. Let's not divert away from some of the things I would say about Mr. Ford and his, all I saw back then was just the guy with a big motor. That's probably the only thing I saw. But obviously Webby saw something else, and now we're starting to see it.
Yeah. But it's crazy too, bro, because it's like Webby's been preaching the same thing about Ford for the last 3 seasons, 23, 24, 25, 4 seasons. He's always had a big motor. He just never stops. He just keeps going. He's an 80-minute runner. And it's like the last 3 rounds, it's all just kind of clicked into place, and it's like this is what Webby's kind of like envisioned that this guy can do. And he's encouraged it and backed it, and it's like it's finally now all of us can see what Uncle saw way back back in the day.
Well, he's also taken the bullshit out of his game. Like, he's no longer forcing a stupid pass, committing a stupid penalty, dropping a ball that he should have caught. He's really upped his game, eh?
Oh, hell
just
yeah.
clean.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that to that point, Damien, too, I think, he's playing a lot more simpler, but that's great. Like, you don't have to be the person who does everything. He's playing a lot more simpler, and it's working. It's really working.
Maybe he understands his role more now, potentially.
Yeah. And I think that shows hugely is that everyone on the field has just got, really, they're just really clear on what their job role is. They don't, and no one overplays their hand, not even our halves. He doesn't like everyone does their job, whatever position they play, they're just doing it to a really high level. But I just, like with our youth and stuff, because we don't have the leadership thing, right? We don't have that leadership program at the Warriors. They've mentioned this. I don't know if they've brought it in, but I know that Webby's mentioned it a couple of years ago. I think that we don't have that leadership thing that other clubs in the comp do. And I'm wondering if that actually helps with our younger boys coming through, that they're given a voice. You know what I mean? Like they've got that platform and that they're given that opportunity to speak, whether or not they're 20 or, or 30. And I'm wondering if, because they've made it a space for everyone to communicate and, and it doesn't matter what level you're on.
Because Uncle's encouraged that, eh? He's encouraged that if you've got something to say, say it. And it's like, that's interesting, because then, and especially if the senior players or the leaders or the leadership group, whatever, if it's coming from them as well, then it's kind of like these boys have just stepped into it and have a voice that's not only the platform for them to speak, but for the others to be able to hear it and take it on board. That's empowering.
Yeah, and it's. I think there's a lot of growth to be had in that, and even when I don't know if you've heard it, was it Tennisdale Smith? He was on with Sam Hewitt, I think it was, and even he sounded mature as. Even he sounded mature. Like the guy sounded like he'd been playing footy for freaking 10 years. I was just like, he did. He sounded like a real old footy head, and I was just like, man,
he looks like a real old footy head.
Yeah. Even like you, because a lot of times people just think, well, I know, 10, 20 years ago, props were just these big guys with no brains. Pretty much, they were just the Hulk smashers of the game. It was only the halves that pretty much had, but that's not the case at all. Nowadays, the game's changed so much that,
Just want to give a bit of a shout out to Bishop Neal, who played in the Cup on the weekend. I didn't watch the game, but apparently I just looked at his stats. He ran. He played for 80 minutes.
No.
I did watch that game, actually, because they're playing it on Sky at the moment, the New South Wales Cup games. They're playing it on Sky, which is a bonus, which is awesome. Yeah, man. So you don't have to pay an extra subscription at the moment. And Tahi, I just want to get to, I saw that, Tahi, when they went to challenge the knock-on, and then Jackson Ford grabbed Egan by the shoulder and pulled him back. Yeah, there was a knock on there. They were going to challenge it, but you see Ford go up and be like, "No, bro," because I think Jakey Laban knocked it on too. But I saw that, Tahi.
Nice. Well, just scrolling for the notes. Blah, blah, blah. When Crossland kicked that 40-20, well, he 40 did, and the linesman was the correct call from the linesman. It was short. But the Knights fans were hardcore booing him on the sideline, and it's like that your team's already losing. You're going to stop picking on the linesman, It's like, that he got it exactly right. And the amount of and it's not like the fans weren't trying to put pressure on the ref, because both teams were rushing. They were rushing in defense, but you could see it every time that the Knights are trying to get out of their 20 or getting their set of 6 done. The crowds were just loud as trying to trying to milk that penalty, trying to milk that 6 again, and it's just like, you guys are, I feel for you. I do feel for you. I'm glad we smashed you, but there was an inkling of me that was just like, we used to do the same shit.
Hey, look, I can remember when, and my son brought it up. He was like, I remember sometimes SJ would get a penalty, and he'd go to kick it, and it wouldn't even go out.
Yep.
Do you remember those games? And there were a few of those kicks where I can remember. Like, I've still got trauma from that. Kicking it out on the full, and those ones. So again, it's awesome to have a guy that just, but.
Oh, heck yeah.
I feel like, I feel like I know what it's like to be a Storm and a Panthers fan. Like just the wins, like just win it, like, and it's freaking
Looking forward to playing them. Second half, Aaron put Tanner through a gap. Tanner was kind of stepping through and then passed the ball to a nice spot. He called for that. He freaking called for that ball, bro. But again, we're just on a roll. We're just building it, and it's just like they like even our mistakes weren't that bad. I did notice a lot of the cramping up. The fatigue was starting to kick in into that last 10-15 minutes. Both teams.
That's across the comp.
Probably more so than Knights.
That's across the comp.
Yeah. But our guys are starting to cramp up big.
But what does that come down to?
And then the drop balls, the fumbling.
Does that come down to recovery as well?
It's the speed of the game, I reckon.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
But I mean,
yeah. Like, it was a hot time of the day to be playing as well. Admittedly, it had cooled off, but still, they're playing in Aussie, and it's like the humidity. Well, that's my.
Well, no, I know Jazz mentioned it in a. Jazzy was saying that it was really like it wasn't hot, but he said the sun had a real mean sting to it over there. So I think our boys handled it really well, if that's the case. And they did have extra water boys out there. I remember them saying that before kickoff that there were a few more yellow shirts out there.
Yep.
The pickle juice.
Yeah,
pickle
running
juice out there.
Extra water and stuff.
Just on that too, I think one thing we're seeing through these first 3 games, obviously the difference in competition, but even the difference in conditions. Obviously, with some of the rain that was over here, and then to play in a bit of a game that was dry field, good field to run, and to your point, a bit hotter. We did well, so that's what I'm like grateful. It's like doesn't matter the opposition at the moment, doesn't matter the conditions. We're still playing a level of footy where. Especially the last 2 weeks have gone through some adversity, whether it's before the game or their first 10-20 minutes, and then we're still showing, we can hit our straps. So, it's a lot to like about this.
And I think, like the last dying seconds, Dallin offloading to Tane, and just that there, because I mean, it's like the whistle went. You could just give up and just be like, throw the ball out, like game done. Oh, no, we're not having none of that. We're going to offload, give it to the bro and see. And I'm just like, and that just shows the total change of attitude on the field where it's, like we don't care. We're playing till the final whistle. Like we're going all in here, legit 0 seconds on the clock. But hey, fuck it. I'm just going to pass it and see what happens.
And I felt for Tyson Frizzell. Because as soon as he chipped that and all that unfolded, it was just like, bro, the hoodoo had already gone. It's just you should have just died with the ball.
And that's the beautiful thing, though, right? Is because no one's expecting it. Because they're just expecting that, fuck, game done, and then not even, and we just get that little extra, points differential. So I love that. I loved it. And that's what ruthless teams do, right? Yeah. We've been used that word ruthless how many times last year? It's been like, I just want us to be ruthless. Like, no, even we've mentioned it a couple of times that we seem to be this really nice team sometimes. Like, we're too nice. Like, nah, not anymore, mate.
But even so when the Knights scored their second try, and the commentators were like, "Oh, could be a comeback." We're up by 20 points. And it's like, are you for real?
Not for real, bro. I'm just like,
it's just like, bro.
I think commentators are the worst. Like, how many times a game, like you listen to them and you just think, fuck, you literally, you know, contradict everything you just said 3 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Like
it's just like,
it's a cracker.
Yeah. Yeah, like the Warriors need to be careful from here. They can still come back. And I was like, wow.
Yeah, 3 minutes to go and there's,
it's just,
you know, 3 minutes to go and it's 30 points to 12. It's like, you know, I don't know what you're on about, but hey, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Just Jacko's comment, still early days. Let's stay grounded as we will hit a bad patch sometime. Yep. Absolutely.
It's a long season.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. Yeah. Heck yeah. It's a very long season.
It's funny though, like totally I think the realistic thing is that there will be a bit of a snag somewhere in the year. But I'm like, man, you know, this all this time we've been waiting for us to do really, really well. Maybe it was a time where we go undefeated in the season.
Oh, bro.
That's what was supposed to happen. This whole 30-year drought was leading to an undefeated season. That's what the goal was.
Well, it's looking more. I mean, look, we've got, I mean, I think the next after the Tigers, I think those two, who have we got? We've got Tigers, Sharks, Storm, and there must be Dolphins, is it? Yeah, Dolphins here in Wellington. Yes, I can't wait. And I can't remember after that, but and those are all winnable games. Sharks definitely is. They just got their asses handed to them on the weekend by was it the Roosters? No, who was it, mate?
Dolphins.
Oh yeah, Dolphins.
I thought it was the Titans on Anzac Day. Sorry, I thought it was the Titans on Anzac Day.
No, I think it's the Dolphins. Dolphins in Wellington. Yeah, it should be interesting, bro.
And is that in Wellington?
Yeah, bro. Had the cake tin. I don't even think they call it the cake tin anymore. I'm not sure what they call it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man. Yeah, defeat the Storm as the benchmark. Yeah, and the Panthers. I think we're on. I think we're on par to do that if we.
So just to add to Tahi's comment, Alexander as well. Alexander's one of our OGs, and we've mentioned this plenty of times. But when Brandy starts up and he's talking about us, so he's running us down, whatever. So fucking hell, you played for us, in the world, Like,
he was in a really bad space when he did play for the Warriors. Like his brother had just passed away and all that, man. So like his time with the Warriors, while he had some good times, there are some hard times for him mentally as well. So he's going to have a bit of conflicting feelings towards the Warriors.
I think he's probably.
I think he still does have a hard time. It's like, bruh.
I think he's my least favorite commentator due to the fact that he just does not. And I'm thinking, fuck, we need to do a petition or something because I'm sick of these commentators not pronouncing Pacific Island and Māori names properly. I'm so over it. We talk about this in the Waahs Up TV chat as well. Like last week, they were like, Whaalungu. I'm like, who the fuck is Whaalungu?
Yeah.
There's no Whaalungu. It's,
Is that a cool name too?
Come on, man. Like, our players have spent decades. I mean, decades in the NRL, at least try. And I think Alexander is probably the worst and the laziest. I think Vossi is awesome because he always tries to get it done. Even the other night, Vaimona. Who the fuck is Vaimona, mate? It doesn't mean I'm like
there needs to be an education for sure.
Absolutely there does, because they deserve that respect, right? To be called to be called by their name properly.
Yep.
So people know who the fuck they're talking about, There's no Vaimona, there's no Whaalungu.
It's the problem too, right? Is because these commentators are getting it wrong. There are young guys and girls watching these games, and they think, "Oh, that's that guy's name. This is how I'm going to call him by his name."
That's the worst part.
Name.
That's the worst part about it.
Yeah, educate.
Yeah, I agree. It does my head in sometimes. Like I'm just like, nah, man. Like something has to be done. And I actually think it might have been last weekend's game. What player was it? Shit, I can't remember. Oh, Aramaho. right? So I think it was last weekend's game. I think it might have been Vossi who was commentating that game as well. He said, because they were calling him Aramahau. Sounds like one word, right? Aramahau. I'm like, but then Vossi actually, when he was calling that game, he said, actually, I've just been told that his name is to be pronounced Aramaho.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
yeah.
cool.
So he actually, and he said it live too when he was calling it. He was like, it's actually Aramaho,
Nice.
not Aramahau.
wow.
So I was like, yeah, man, see, like, that's all it takes, right?
So,
Well, and you'd think for multicultural round,
yes.
And it was cool the players put the flags out and kind of ripped the colour. I was surprised the Warriors didn't bring their flags out. They didn't put their flags on until after.
They'll bring them out. They'll wait for the home game here because they did it last year, right? When they had an away game, same thing on Indigenous round. They didn't because I'm assuming only the home team can run out with flags.
Oh,
so okay. Yeah, I'm assuming next week we'll have our Tongan, Samoan, Māori, Tino, but yeah.
What I want to
actually one of my you go Nick, go bro.
Just an observation. Round one we had 15, 20 offloads, and obviously against the Raiders we just kept it tight. But this game I didn't see any. Did anybody else notice a lack of offloads in a dry track, or do you think it's something that Webby maybe turns on and turns off? Because
we only had 5 offloads apparently.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a tactic that like a switch? He goes, "All right, boys." Kind of because I was waiting for it. I was waiting for okay, we'll set the platform. We're kind of giving everyone like an indication that we're just gonna one out running. Then maybe we're just gonna turn it on in the second half, but we never activated it.
Yeah, it's a good point. Because now I'm sitting here thinking, fuck. Because in the first game or second, we had 12 offloads. So that's a big draw. I hope it, because I love creating, when the boys create a second phase footy, like that's just really exciting. But then I just thought,
it's not like it wasn't on. Because when you go back and watch the game, you're like, oh, that could have been on then. So
maybe they just didn't have to, because they literally fucking opened up the gates and rolled out the red carpet for a lot of the tries, So maybe they're just like, not saying it definitely wasn't an easy game, and I don't think any of the first 3 games have been easy, because whilst the scoreboard might say 40 to 40 and 30, like they're physical games, man. Like we've had to fight for every try, It's just because we're better at fighting, obviously, now. But, yeah. And I'm just putting the offloads. Is that because maybe Barney was back, Maratanu Kore, back from injuries, so they're finding their... But good point. Yeah.
Yeah, you can always guarantee Aaron's going to be good for at least one or 2. He's always going to try and push that offload. Well, not push it, time it. His timing on those is pretty good.
Could be a number. Maybe the heat being so they didn't want to play as fast. Creating the second phase might wear out the boys a bit too much. I don't know.
Just Jacko's comment. Webby has cut the offloads down for sure. Yeah, I don't know, Jacko.
It's only one game.
First game.
Yeah, like Webby's put it out there if it's on, and if the boys, but he'll leave it to the players to decide. So if that was a team decision, then it's an interesting call, because those individuals will flick the offloads. Aaron, you can guarantee Aaron's going to do one at least in each half. He's into creating that second phase. I mean, if Uncle's giving them the word, and it's like, oh, okay. There
could be a number of reasons, like with Sharp, especially Ponga and Cook, maybe they just thought, more offloads could maybe, I don't know, might get intercepted or shit with the likes of their spine players. Who knows? But there could be a number of reasons, but I don't think it'll stop. Like you guys have mentioned, I think it'll depend on what team we're playing, what our attacking game looks like. Then, yeah. Well, Dylan didn't listen. Yeah, Kelly, good point. Yeah.
Yeah. It was good. Yeah. Yeah, our tries were soft.
Mm.
You know, the bulk of them, the Knights. That's why I'm hanging out to be playing these top teams. The way we've kind of been building, the measuring stick is when we hit the Storm, when we hit the Panthers. The Broncos. Hopefully the Broncos left, because it's kind of like, man, they are rubbish.
Fuck the Broncos, man. They can stay shit.
Yeah, well, that too, bro. But I want us to play them and smoke them.
They beat the Storm. I mean, it wasn't convincingly. It was only 14-18, but I've also noticed that, you know, sometimes teams, and we've been guilty of it actually, you know, where you rise and fall depending on what team you're playing, right? So we usually play really good against top teams. Then when we play shit teams, it's like we match other teams' energy. Does that make sense? Like if they're a great team, we match their energy. If they're a shit team, we'll match their energy as well. So, but we haven't done that this season. We're maintaining this level of just consistent.
Early days.
Early days.
We can still disappoint ourselves.
Yeah, I know. And do you know how that first loss is going to hurt so bad? I reckon. So we're all going to have to. No, but I'm serious. I bet you wherever us 5R or wherever, even people in the comments, we were watching it. Well, I know for me, I'll be like, it's okay. We won all those games, so this, you know, like we'll have to take it real. We'll be classy about it because, you know, we've had a fantastic run. So
if it's against the Titans, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to throw this computer. I'm throwing this computer out the window.
Shit, man, they are shit. I actually feel sorry for Keanu Kinney because he's so explosive. I know this is a Warriors, you know, thing, but I was watching them on the weekend, and that poor guy. None of the forwards are giving him a decent enough platform to find space and run in. Like, I'm just like, I feel sorry for the bro. He needs to be in a good team where he can create magic. But no one, shocking, fucking shocking.
Yeah, and that's probably one of the things about the Warriors is the whole. Yeah, we win games when we weren't expected to, and we lose against those shithouse teams. But and I hear what you're saying, Tans, in regards to like we're going to drop 1, 2, maybe 3 games this year, if not more. You know, so and if we do lose, I'd rather lose. Well, actually, no, I don't want to lose the Storm.
No.
But the Titans are a bogey team for us. They always seem to get up, and they always seem to stick it to us. You know, the Panthers have had our number for a long time. The Storm have had our number for a long time. That's why I want to see us go up against these guys and
hey, look,
be measured.
If we lose against the Titans, but we beat the Storm.
It's worth it. It's all worth it.
Yeah.
I fucking couldn't care if we lost. I don't care if we lose every game from now up until the Storm game. We can lose Tigers, Sharks, fuck all goods. I'm fine with that.
I'm all good with that.
The Storm is where, like, and just by looking at the way our boys are playing, I'm sure they're, you know, obviously they're probably not thinking about that game until the day comes, but the buck stops now, right? Like, ain't no, nah, you're not going to get it this time.
Yeah. So whenever it's going to happen, and I don't even know if this is a stat, if there has been a season where a team's just been undefeated, you're probably talking 50, 60 years ago. That was a completely different era. In the modern era, even the top teams drop 1 or 2 games or 3.
I mean, I think the big one, didn't Penrith go 19 in a row in 2022, was it? 23? 19 in a row or something? It might have been more than that. Wow. Or it might just be my fucking imagination, but I'm sure it was something crazy like that. I actually thought it was, and I, for some reason, thought it was us that actually broke that winning streak. I was like, wait, I'm sure it was us, but maybe not. I think that was 2022. We can beat Storm. Hell, it was only a freak try that beat us a couple of years ago, and we are better now. Yes, Jack Ober. Remember, last year it was fucking hot. Oh, and also, mate, last year actually, we'd just come off our bye, remember? The round 5 bye, and then we had 4 bye, and then it was Storm. And we know we're not good coming off buys and beating teams, but at least we don't have to worry about that. Our first one ain't till round 10.
Holy!
We play Storm at 10 p.m. Just looking at Blair Sorensen's one, we play Storm at 10 p.m. NZ time, stuff the schedule. Bro, that's actually good for me, and I'll tell you guys why. That game is on at 11 a.m.
Nice.
Blair, I'm pretty sure it's
bro.
on at 10:30. I'm pretty sure it's on at 10:30 because it's on at 11:30 over here, a.m.
Wow.
And what I did on the weekend was I went to go check out an Irish pub, which is in a city not far away from me. Spoke to the manager and I'm like, hey, would you guys be keen on playing some NRL replays? Because I've got a subscription with my mate. And he was like, what time and everything? And then he goes, what time you open? He says 12 p.m. I was like, oh shit, that's pretty close. And my idea is like, we'll play it at 12 because he says as soon as 1:30 hits, they play the football, they play the soccer.
Okay. Yeah.
So there's like an hour and a half, a bit of a difference there. So maybe, just maybe, we're going to get some NRL
That'll be
going
cool.
at the local pub.
Nice, bro.
Get some, get a Waahs up movement over there. That'll be mean.
Have some bacon and eggs for lunch,
Yeah.
and, watch the game at 12 o'clock. But I'm noticing there's a few games around the 11 a.m. kind of mark.
Wow.
But our club's so used to it. I mean, teams bitch and moan about their fucking hours they spend in the sky. I'm like, bro.
Oh.
I think Toddy Payton had a moan. Yeah, I don't even know what Australia fucking how that's mapped out. I mean, like how far it is. But I'm like, bro, shut up. No Australian has the right to fucking moan about how much time they spend on a plane. Like, just shush.
Until we get PNG.
Yeah, it's going to be worse when the Perth Bears kick off for us, for the Warriors. It's going to be horrendous. Yeah, flying all the way over there.
I think with that one, I reckon we'll have a game over there. Say we've got a game, I don't know, fucking somewhere in Sydney, wherever. I don't know, is Sydney closer to Perth? Or is New South Wales? Sydney's closer to Perth, eh?
No, nothing's close to Perth.
No.
It's miles away from everything.
But isn't Perth on that side, Jazz? Isn't
I don't know.
No, I think it's like a 6-hour flight from Sydney to Perth.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
Perth is on the other side of the island.
Isn't Bali closer to Perth and Thailand both closer?
Yeah, they've got the same time difference, to Bali and that, which is incredible. But they'll figure it out.
Yeah.
35.
Yeah. But my point being, if we've got to fly 3 hours to get to Sydney and then fly another 6, that's shit house, bro.
Yep.
Well, they're going to have to do. I wonder how the buys are going to. I mean, this is miles away, but I wonder if there's going to be an extra buy with the Perth team coming in because that's if teams are flying, damn, for us that's like 6.
Surely we have to shorten.
It's like 15, 16 hour, around.
Sydney to Auckland is closer than Sydney to Perth. Yeah, harder.
Yeah. Oh, heck yeah. Sorry, Tim, I didn't realise I lost track at the time.
It's getting on, bro.
Yeah. Get a roll on, fuck it.
Get a roll on, bro.
So, Tigers. This, what is it, Friday night, 8 o'clock kickoff?
Oh.
No, the
I'll be
Fortress.
watching them.
Ty, did you bring up our thing? Your thing?
The round table?
The round table? Shall we check out the round table?
Yep, we can do that now.
Let's have a look, people.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Tigers are looking like the real deal dangerous team this year or if it's just early. It's just too early and the hype is there because I've seen those games and they're looking confident.
Oh,
They're looking a bit busted now, though.
Yeah.
So that's not going to help.
Did they win in the weekend?
No, but they should have. They definitely should have won.
Field goal. Was it 15-14?
Oh, wow. Okay. I thought they were going to get up. That was the Bunnies game, eh?
Oh, what game are we talking about?
Tigers lost to the Rabbitohs, 20-16.
2016.
Oh,
they should have won.
Well, they should have, but then I think I didn't even know. I went to bed at half time. That's right. But I'm going to actually rewatch it because I didn't watch it all. But I know Adam Dewey and Jerome went off. Had they probably stayed on, I think they would have won because they looked shit hot in round 2. But
I reckon we're starting to see. what Benji has been wanting to build, because the last 3 years has been shithouse for him. He's gotten rid of like 90% of the players that was in there when he first started. He's just gotten rid of them all. I think we're starting to see maybe a team that Benji's ultimately wanted to build, and they're looking good.
Yeah, and saying that, he was pretty keen to keep Lockie Galvin, and Galvin wanted out. So
yeah, which is weird.
I think they've got a mean forward pack though. The Tigers, you've got Terrell May, Samuela, Whaianu, then you've got Sione Whaianu coming off the bench, and I think he's the OG. Kaipes Paul now, Whanua Pole, Royce Hunt, man, even he's like, bro, when he gets on there, that guy is tough as nails, man. So their forward pack should not be underestimated because I think they're really good, but it's just sad because I got no halves to feed them that good ball they need. Okay.
Nice tie. Nice tie.
So I'll go backwards a little bit. So this is our first round for those that did vote. Again, apologies if we missed some. We're trying to collect them. So and then we had our second round. So we've had a few jump on. So thank you to everyone that's been chucking their scores in.
Nice.
I am thankful, but also for me and real, there's a lot that we have to capture. So there's a lot of admin burden that's
I reckon.
but this was round 3. This is all what people shared. All of us were all obviously on the Waahs. But yeah, some of us had closer scores, and the ones that belong on the high table this week is I'm going too far. Oh, where is it? Where have I put it? Give me a second. There we go. So we had Jazz 42-14, got the right margin. Didn't get the right score, but right margin. So shout out to Jazz. I was very close. Jazz. I thought they were going to miss a kick. So I had 38-10. And then Nick was the next closest on 42-18 with a margin of 24. So that's kind of where we are with the high table. So welcome to everyone that's sitting on the high table. We do have a running total as well. So the way that we're scoring it is you have to pick the right team. So most of us have been picking the Waahs for most of the week. So you get 1 point. If you get the right margin, you get another point. So you can get up to 2 points in a week. And if you get the right score, so if you get the right team, right margin, right score, you get 5 points. So no one's got the magic 5 yet, but this is what we're looking like in total. So the cool thing is, if you're just starting this week, you want to put a vote in. As long as you pick one team, probably going to be as close. You're going to be on the ladder anyway. But this is what we got so far, team. In terms of our running total over 3 rounds.
And I don't know if I'm here because I'm a girl or it's because I'm actually first. But anyway, I'll take it.
Because you're first, Hans. You're first.
Yeah, I reckon.
No jokes.
Yeah, so just to the crew, comments crew, start chucking your scores up. I saw Tahi and Jacko. Who else? Got them up there. Kelly's got hers on. There's and while the comments crew are doing these, let's go, fellas. What are we thinking?
There's tries in this game.
There's plenty of tries in this game.
There's a lot of tries.
Heck yeah.
Now.
Heck yeah. What's the forecast?
Oh, actually, Api Kroisel might play in the halves, you reckon?
Man, he's gone back. He's turned back the clock. He's turned back the clock, this dude.
So he'll be doing most of the ball playing, I reckon. It'll all be coming off him, I'm assuming. Anyway, score prediction. At home, apparently the weather's... Is there a storm coming? Someone shared it like it's going to be
Friday,
really wet.
Yeah, it does. Friday is looking like a bit of rain.
Yeah.
I'll just chuck it up. Maybe quickly. Give me a quick sec.
I've got mine.
Sure.
I've got mine. It's a 10-point spread. It's a 38. It's a 38-28.
You're generous.
It's one of these 12. It's one of these 12 halftime scores, and then just going to be tries. 28-38.
Sure. It's going to be wet, but
so just while we're waiting, Zach, you've gone first half 24-2, Warriors second half 24-12. Warriors full-time score 72-0. Bro, you can't go backwards in numbers, okay? We can't delete tries. I love it. I fucking love it, bro.
First half 24.
You gotta choose a number, bro.
Full-time score 24 and 24. Don't make 74, bro. But that's all right. That's right. I love to see how eager, you know, like the confidence.
Is that multi-math? Is that multi-math? No. Sorry, my bro. Holy.
So
I love your scores,
Are
bro.
you sticking with the 74 0, Zach?
Come on, Zach. You got to stick with that one.
Zach's gone 80-0 now.
Oh, 80-0. Shit, you're right, Jacko. 80-0. Oh, I love it.
I love it.
Oh, kia ora, 5-star. What's up, bro?
First time for everything.
Yeah. 5-star. Good to see you, bro. 5-star.
Wasn't there
Who else?
Heavy Kev? Did you see the pic of the Raiders fan having a cone at a Waahs game? Funny if real. Wasn't that a couple of years ago? There was a couple of years ago, eh?
That was last year or the year before.
Yeah.
It was brilliant. He's like that.
Ooh, Rush Thoughts, 38-20. Waahs, let's go. 38-20. I'm still
I'm just
waiting
gonna
for
find
a 50,
out what else.
guys. I'm still waiting for a 50-pointer.
Jazz. Nice, Jazz. Nice,
I'll put my prediction in. I'm going Warriors 46, Tigers 12.
I was just thinking 46,
Nice.
bro. Seriously.
Hey,
Seriously.
that's a sign, man. Everyone's on the
Bro.
telepathic. See, we're telepathically linked.
Bro, if that happens,
Okay.
bro, Benji's going to go nuclear.
Or well, he's going to do that, or he knows that he's coming into the fortress, and the boys are in good form. And if his team don't front up, they're going to get fucked up.
Well, it is
Bro.
pissing down, right? Even though we've won
Look at
2
the
in the
nuclear,
pissing
bro.
rain, but 42-6, camera. I mean, we got that one. Okay.
Okay, since you've gone 46, I'm going to go 44.
Nice, bro.
I won't share, bro. We'll go 44-16.
Nice.
I like
Lock
that.
it in.
I like that. I'm going to go.
Just tie now. Tie in tons.
I'm going to go 48-14.
We're getting close.
We're just putting it out there.
Yeah. Feeling it.
Yeah.
Sorry, you guys might have seen on my screen. I was trying to see what the TAB betting is first before I make my selection.
Oh,
Yeah, consider a few conditions here. So a bit rainy.
So Saturday night.
isn't it Friday night?
Friday night.
Oh, sorry, Friday night. Yeah.
Friday night, bit of rain. What are we? Oh, they're heavy favourites. So TAB's got the Warriors at $1.26, the West Tigers at $3.90.
Whoa.
Damn.
Wow.
I'm about to change my score.
Favourites.
Holy.
Yeah, so for me, because of that, I'm not thinking about the Warriors. I think they're going to still come out and play. I do think the Tigers are going to try and get themselves motivated for this. So I still think the Wild will get it,
Yeah.
but I'm going to go for a 34-20.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be a still high scoring, even though the rain's going to be in there, but I think Tigers are going to come motivated.
can I change mine?
Nice,
I think I'm being too optimistic.
Hey. Come on then, Tons.
I reckon like a 32, 16.
216.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right.
To the Warriors,
I think that's
of course.
pretty much everyone. That's our crew and the comments crew. So I'll just run those scores, eh? So Ty's gone 34-20, Tans 32-16, Nick 38-28, 10-point difference, like that. Damien 46-12. I'm feeling the 40s.
Sure.
I've gone 44-16, Jazz 38-20, Tahi 34-8, Jacko 32-14, Kelly 48-8. Woo! That's
Nice.
biggie. Zach, just clarify for me, bro, because I've gone 80-0 as your final score.
Cracker.
So just Just confirm for me, bro. Jose, 50-16. Oh, another biggie. Andy, 42-8. JD has gone 44-4. 5-star, 36-18. Sun Kim, 36-12. Man, that's a lot of scores. Those are our predictions for this Friday.
Nice.
Zach, bro.
The tables have turned. How we used to be like, oh, I don't know about this week.
Yeah. I reckon,
All
bro.
these big hidings.
I reckon, bro.
Yeah,
Wasn't too long.
I don't sense a loss just yet.
Not yet.
No.
I probably want to chuckle maybe one thing. Hey, I'm not trying to bring us down, but it is because multicultural round was obviously last round, right? So this is Pacifica round. I think they made it for this game. So hey, it could be a lot of passion in here. Could be a lot of drop ball. So we'll see.
Yeah, true.
A lot of families. Okay. A lot of families at the stadium.
So yeah, we'll see how
not
that
many
goes.
Tigers fans, though, eh? Oh, was there a few here last year? There was a couple.
There's heaps of Tigers fans in Auckland. There's heaps. Yeah, heaps.
Actually, I saw a Tigers fan in the Pack and Save the other day. I think it was Pack and Save.
There's heaps of Tigers. There's heaps of Storm fans in Auckland. There's heaps of Bunnies fans in Auckland.
Heaps of Bunny
Raiders fans in Auckland.
You know what? Like, I know over in Oz they have, the away team bays. We need one of those because I don't like sitting with, especially when I've gone to a Melbourne game. I know
what you mean, but
give them their own area,
their own little.
I'm thinking about keeping communities safe when I say that. No, just
I don't know if they do, Tans. I don't know if they do because I know the Bro Over Warrior the Warriors group over there. What the hell's
Warrior Nation.
Warrior Nation. Yeah, the bro over there, Richard. I know that he puts a post up saying we're all going to buy this area, but I don't think the area is actually away. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's not actually actually a thing.
Like at Seabus, you can sit wherever you want over there in Gold Coast, but I think they all buy at one area. I think anyway.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to anyone in the comments that's Australian. They can confirm or deny.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So it's not actually a thing. So everyone just sits wherever.
It's not actually a thing. Okay. And sometimes when I used to go to the stadium, you could see that a whole bunch of the traveling fans and their families from the players of the cup teams, they were all bought in one area as well. So it kind of looks like, that area was the Bunnies or the visiting team. But I quite like mixing with the other fans. It's just that when we get our asses kicked.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Good time to practice patience, bro, and graciousness.
Neither of which I have, but hey, that's why I like watching it at home, so I can just But that's all good. Still Friday night footy, love it.
Yeah,
there's actually some good games, some good lineups this week, some good games. So yeah.
I thought that was going to be the last comment, but it's cheers. No, Tahi. Yeah, I've heard the same thing about the win. I'm assuming it's win.
Warriors
Nation. Anyway, Warriors Nation. Oh, Warriors in Harlow. That's us. That's full time, eh? Thanks, heaps, fellas. The comments crew, as always. It's good you fellas jump on. Chuck your whole whakaaro out there. Mean as Nick. Good to see you, bro.
Yeah, good to see you, bro. Mean.
Yeah. You can get back to your parakuhi now, bro.
Off the money, guys. Love you all.
Enjoy.
Yeah. Thanks, crew. We'll see you next Monday.
Awesome.
I might jump on tomorrow and do a team list. I might. No promises, but if it pops up, shall I do it? Yeah, fuck it. Why not? So if you want to come in at 5 to 6. Actually, I need to talk to you guys, but I might do it at 10 past 6, actually. Yeah, 10 past 6. Yeah, Warriors Fan TV tomorrow, Tons team list Tuesday, 10 past 6. Sure. And I have a reason for that, but I need to talk to you guys. Okay.
Up the fucking Waahs.
Up the Waahs.
Let's go. Yeah.